The energy was bad yesterday.
What do you mean?
My lights were blinking in my house all day.
Yep.
My power went off 3 times, just completely went off. Then they dimmed to where it was just so low you could hardly see. Then they went off. Then they came back on.
It's the energy of Mary Magdalene and Jesus hitting.
It was like, I'm like, what is going on? I'm trying.
There.
They were really blinking.
Yes.
They were gonna.
That
Well,
energy.
said, you better call. That's just something with the house.
No.
You didn't know I would call. It's not the house.
Hi guys. Yay, you can hear. Woohoo. Alright. Don't mind the mess. I had to move so that the internet would hit us better. So. Okay. So I lit our Taurus candle. Everybody has their Taurus candle. Don't mind my nails, they need done. Taurus candle's lit, so we got the Taurus energy going. Okay. Ooh, ambulance. All right. So our items for this package are our Taurus room spray. So we're going to pull that energy that we're going to be talking about today with Taurus in the full moon, Mercury retrograde, and 11/11 Mary Magdalene Jesus energy. And we're going to spray I'm going to spray some over by Yvonne. Oh! Yvonne. It's not spraying right. There. I'm just going to spray some areas.
Just very nice.
Just spraying some areas. That over there. Okay. That was weird. Then, yeah, the show was awesome. I loved it. Then we have our, when you spray your room, you want to bring your room with you. Oh my God, that smells so good. Oh my God, it smells. If you guys want the Taurus stuff, go grab it. Oh, you want some? It smells so good. You don't have to put it on you. Oh my God, it smells so good. Right? Take it in, ladies. Okay. Got our lighter. Got our burner. Our little cooktop charcoal goes in. You guys didn't get that. Okay. So, what we're gonna do first is grab our herbs. Grab your herbs. It smells good, but I'm gonna tell you right now, the burning of it kind of stinks. But we're gonna spice it up. So we're gonna put a little bit of our, how am I gonna do this? Let's move this out of the way here. Our little cooktop here. Okay. I'm gonna put some of our herb on top of the cooktop. No, you don't want to use the Soul Goddess stuff. That's specifically for Soul Goddess learning. You don't want to do that, Deanna. Or who is that, Angela? No, you don't want to do that, Angela. This is the stuff I'm using right now is for the Taurus transformation shifting with the full moon. Okay. Get your lighter. Cook your cooktop. Cook it on your cooktop. Okay, you want to start the burn, but you want to back it up with your oil, your eucalyptus oil. Okay. Put a couple drops on your cooktop. And then hit it again. That really took off. Holy shit. Fire in the hole. There's your cooktop. Okay, tie it. Die down. Die down. Go down. You're getting better. Keep going. There you go. Keep going. A little more. Little more. There you go. Yes, I can speak to fire. It's one of my many traits. Well, it smells better than it did when we didn't do the oil.
Thank God, yeah.
Get our transformation energy going. You hear it crackle in there. That's our cooktop cooking. Sure, Paige. Do a little bit more. A little bit more. See how it just automatically cooks off the cooktop? And since that stinks, because we don't like kundali, I'm gonna put a little bit of eucalyptus on there to open up the airways, your transformational airways. Go with that. That is really neat. Look at that. Can you guys see that? It's like lingering. It's the coolest thing ever. Oh, it's so neat. See that? Now that smells amazing. Okay, it is magic. It's magical. Okay. Breathe it all in. It does smell amazing. I wish you could smell it. It does smell good.
I know. I wish I could.
Like the mixture between that and the eucalyptus. Oh, it's amazing. All right. Full moon in Taurus. Full moon in Taurus. Let me see where my notes are here. Well, first, okay, so you guys would have gotten 2 crystals in your packaging, and one's the chariot and one is the petrified wood. Chariot is perfect for conscious expansion, expanding your mind through the crown chakra. And then your petrified wood is bringing you back to earth and transforming you into something stronger. So those are the 2 crystals that we are using for this transformational full moon. Okay. Taurus full moon has a push and pull. I'm trying to fix my paperwork here. Has a push and pull energy of peaking energy, I should say, peaking energy of life or death. And basically it's calling out the death and calling out death, calling out the living, and then this comfort, security between the realms. Okay. Hi, Rosemary. Wait, let me get a little bit more. I don't think I have enough. Go ahead and do 2 drops that time. While Scorpio is in play with this month, fire. Wasn't as big as I thought it was going to be, but okay. There may be this deep pulling inside of us to retreat against the onset changing that Scorpio has us into, and instead of running into a familiar safety place, we actually want to go towards this fear, embrace this fear, and take on the medicine of this full moon. Okay. We are reminded that nothing in life is permanent. So when you go through transformations like this, you want to embrace them as much as you can and embrace the change, even the fear that goes along with this change. And remind yourself that this learning doesn't last forever, and the fear doesn't last forever either. Fire, help, help. Yes, it is a lot of fire. Okay, so we're just going to use our cooktop, and we're going to keep burning our herb as we go along with this transformation. Themes that began in the early June are coming to a new height now. Things that you wanted before in June in that mid-year sentence is coming into fruition now to kind of prepare you for the new year. We cannot move into fresh new energies and carry the still weight of those energies into the new year. So this moon is kind of opening up the opportunity to kind of release all that, okay? Yeah, so Taurus is kind of in a way calling you back home to yourself. Your shadow self is being, what is that? Your shadow self is kind of being called upon. And Pluto, again, like I said in the radio show, has been playing around with these few months on and off, just kind of getting people to face their shadow. And that's the main thing that we are learning in Soul Goddess right now is the shadow. And what is the shadow, basically? The shadow are parts of ourselves that we hide from others, and it keeps us from being who we are meant to be. So again, going back to the live radio show, quoting philosopher Cooley, I am not what I think I am. I'm not what you think I am. I am who I think you think I am. A perception of a perception of a perception of a perception of what you think others perceive of you. So anybody you encounter, like your mom, she's gonna have a perception of you, and your sister's gonna have a perception of you, your coworkers are gonna have a perception of you, and so on and so forth. So this full moon is all about taking time, facing your shadow, getting to know what you want, because with all these perceptions in play, you don't really get to be what you really want to be because you're too busy being a perception of somebody else, okay? Quality over quantity. Quality of thought over quantity of movement. Quality of thought coming into the shadow perception and getting self-aware with your thoughts. Mercury retrograde is till November 20th, which is very direct right now. School's still dropping off. That's weird. With us planning and plotting and talking and doing all the stuff with Mercury retrograde, because that's what we tend to do with Mercury retrograde, going retrograde, forces us to meditate. The Mercury retrograde right now is forcing us to meditate. That's why you're going to see a lot of meditational videos crossing your path, meditational quotes, thoughtful quotes, maybe things make you think. These are all play on your shadow self and getting you to meditate and let go of control and obsessive thinking. Full moon is happening right now in the middle of it all. Mercury's in Scorpio, nurturing and healing with our authentic selves, being more authentically ourselves. During this retrograde, things are going to come to the surface that we don't quite feel is comfortable or safe or authentic. And Mercury is directly in opposition of this full moon with Taurus. The Sun and Mercury are a couple degrees apart. They are both in Scorpio, hanging out in the 8th powerhouse, which is the house of transformation. I don't know if you guys knew that. Then we have the beautiful moon at 19% in Taurus. Big changes are coming because of the moon being in 19% of Taurus. And the sun is in Taurus, which ties us to the Empress card and land harvesting. They tried to get in here, you know that?
Was it?
I don't know, a bunch of kids just tried to come up through the door and then they saw me. And then it is tied to the divine feminine, the sun in Taurus. So taking our time to construct these things, Taurus isn't about rushing to conclusions. It's about savoring and taking our time. And Pluto is also directly involved with this full moon, again at 21% in connection with Capricorn. So Pluto seeks change, and so does Taurus, being in the moon direction of 19 degrees. So Pluto kind of highlights all this obsessive, controlling behavior and kind of waves away control and makes us witness ourselves in this full view and kind of makes us release this old energy of trying to control things. Okay, so there's all these moving parts. Hold on, I need to move my thing here. Wait, I don't want to drop that. Okay. So there's all these moving parts getting us ready for the transformation of Pluto and highlighting changes and transformations, but in a slow pattern, getting us ready for the year of 2020. But again, in the slow, methodical way of doing it, because it doesn't want us to rush into 2020, because how are you going to face things in 2020 if you still have the baggage left over from 2019? So play around with Pluto's self-awareness and practice different self-awareness techniques. Doing a habit every single day is going to get you to self-awareness. Big thing that I would probably suggest you guys do is doing a gratitude journal every single day for like 5 minutes, because the more you invest in a gratitude journal, the more you're investing in your self-awareness and your own spiritual abundance and wealth that you are entitled to. So if you think that you aren't entitled to wealth, then you're ridiculous, because wealth makes people become more self-sacrificing to want to help other people with their abundance. It's a cycling. It's a round and round cycling. And again, like I said on the radio show, the ego is just simply a fake bulletproof armor that we place on, that we think we're being saved from, that, you know, we feel like we're having self-confidence, and this ego puts us on this facade that we're one way when really it's presenting a different way. So letting go of the ego, letting go of control, and being more selfless in your acts is going to get you to this peaceful lifestyle that you've always wanted to go on. Okay, let me get my cards and we can do a quick reading on what Taurus is going to bring to us. So let me go get those because I forgot them in my office. Give me a second. Oh boy. Okay. My tootsies are cold. All right. Got some new cards here. I'll just take them out of the box. Okay. So we're going to see what Taurus has to say to us. I do know that there's big changes coming, but let's see what it says about those changes. Okay. Fun, having fun is a big thing right now. Letting go, smiling, and respectful, lots of play on play, running around, being busy, not confining yourself into this modern way of doing things, but breaking free. Leo, what else is here? Scorpio, of course, are all playing in on this. A time to believe in yourself, and let go of self-confident or self-sabotaging and what you think other people want you to be. Putting your own unique shoes on to your own inner compassing. You guys are going to be going on a very interesting journey of not being tricked anymore, but taking notes, being self-aware, and finding this truth about yourself that kind of is a timeless, happy, peaceful path that I feel you all are going to go on starting on the 1st of January. You'll break free, and there's the 11/11 that we just recently hit. 13th, which is tomorrow, is going to be an important day for this journey. A lot of crown and communication, so listening to your guides and then communicating what you're receiving from them. Breaking free from old modern ways of doing things and finding your own puzzle pieces to your journey and your path of story that you want to make, that you want to create your own beat, following your own music. Chase after what you want. Follow the wave of your own energy. Start emailing people that you didn't think would listen to you. Maybe there's a mentor that you follow, and perhaps you want to touch base and reach out and talk to that person. You most likely may get their team, but all in all, they will have something for you to study, to learn, and that's the most important part. It's not so much talking to them directly, it's following what they have to provide for you. Not following other people's dogma and coming out of this immature way of perceiving yourself that others have to be the parent or the grown-up in your life. It's you taking charge, it's you becoming the adult, watching how you spend, watching how your abundance comes in. And coming into the ceremony of self. That's basically what Taurus is doing right now with Scorpio. It's pulling you out of this childlike state and forcing you to become the adult in the whole aspect of things, to not let other people rule how you feel, how you think, how you perceive yourself, and to not have your wants be taken from you. Creativity and spontaneity are huge right now. Creating your thoughts is what's going to happen. This awareness, this acceptance of yourself, not the acceptance of other people. You can't go by what your boss wants his perception of what you should be. Your perception should be your own. And this kind of energy kind of launches off and takes off on you. And it's going to start taking off within this new year. But you have to start slow. You got to let go of things in order for the new things to kind of take place. This plan that you've kind of started planning in the mid-year is going to start coming towards you. But the biggest thing here is when these plans start coming towards you, you have to be grateful. If you're not grateful, you're not going to see other outcomes take place. Because if you become this ungrateful person, you're not going to see things play out the way you want. This is a new exciting path, a new exciting challenge, because you can't get to the end result unless there's some work involved. You have to do the hard work in the middle. And worrying about things is unnecessary, because worrying about things is not going to get you to the outcome you want. Most of the time when you worry, you get the worrisome outcome that you worried about, because your mind is creating that worrisome thought. And if you have current challenges right now, you have to go through them. There's no possible way to get to the outcome that you need unless you go through the challenges first. there's no way of learning the outcome until you go through the challenges first. But releasing the past will help you to grow in that situation. Don't think of everything as one-minded. Be open to other references, other ways of learning, other people, other experiences, other paths. Maybe some of you have a new idea. Maybe there's an idea floating around in your head, and maybe you're in the back of your mind going, oh, nobody wants to hear that idea, or that idea might be good to me, but it might be stupid to somebody else. You don't know unless you take a chance. Work the full aspect of that challenge and see the outcome play out the way you have imagined it in your mind. It's not going to play out unless you imagine it the way you want. Your animal guides. You not only have spirit guides, you also have animal. Look to your animal guides for guidance as well. They're always in the background, kind of sitting there waiting for you to kind of acknowledge them. And the way you can acknowledge them is ask before you go to bed at night. Ask for your animal guide to show up in your dream, and whatever animal you get, start researching. Go on Google, get an animal book from your local library or your local bookstore, and start researching these animals. It might get a butterfly, like we have the butterfly going right now in the Soul Goddess course. Great way to kind of get more information rather than your spirit guides. So that is what Taurus is kind of opening us up to right now, is all these things I've been looking at since mid-year. And some of you may have these great ideas. People might. Your self-awareness attracts your tribe. If you're self-aware of, maybe you self-aware to lowness or failure, you're going to attract self-loathing and these lowly people around you. You're not going to excel if you keep your self-awareness at that level. So if you self-aware at self-sabotaging, you're going to find people that self-sabotage to kind of keep you going at that level. So you have to be more self-aware of what you're doing, because you are pulling it in. Does anybody have any questions about Taurus or what we are going through right now? I know I'm just simply teaching, but maybe there's a question that you have. It's just basically combing through these perceptions and sitting back and listening to yourself. Are you perceiving yourself as how your mother wants you to be, or how your father wants you to be, or how your family wants you to be? Or are you perceiving yourself the way you want? Right, Cha-Cha, exactly. Love the name. And Bridget, it's simply looking those numbers up. But just remember, your angels aren't giving you the messages, your spirit guides are. So just replace angel with spirit guide. Human realization would be a great path for everyone. Exactly. And that's kind of what this year has been kind of forcing and pushing us towards, is this self-realization of where humanity is going to go next. And the wolf simply means, Stephanie, that they are smart. They are full of wisdom, and you want to kind of hone in on that animal and really do your research. See why the wolf is showing itself to you. Like I said, go on Google, look up wolf totems, and get an animal book, an animal spirit guide book, and see why the wolf is coming to you. There's a simple message here. Don't read too much into it. As soon as you see the message, let it go. Don't keep reading into it, because that's the message. As soon as you see the message, you're gonna go, ah, have that aha moment. And that's when you get your message. And Victoria, if you are seeing these paths pop up in your mind, it is your guides showing you on your soul contract that these paths are doable for you. So if you're wanting to go towards that career, the only thing that you're allowing to stop you is fear. And the biggest thing in this life with our purpose is facing fears and kind of encompassing ourselves in this purpose, because fear is keeping you from things that you could be accomplishing, what you could be learning, people you're supposed to be meeting, people you're supposed to be helping. If you just step aside from fear and face it and say, I'm gonna do this anyway, I don't care what my fear is telling me, because fear just keeps you from doing what you're supposed to be doing. Your guides are guiding you on that path. You're allowing the fear to kind of control the decision in the end of it all. And Sharon, houses, material objects are always going to be in our memory. And yeah, maybe you loved a house, but who's to say you don't love the next house even more? You have to give yourself that chance to even experience. Do you see? You have to open yourself up, because obviously you're going to California for a reason. Yes, Dee, that is exactly kind of what's going on. A lot of people are tapping into my energy. Actually, where did I put that paper? Hold on. I think I put it over here, maybe. I'm making a messy over here. I don't know if it's in here. No. Uh-oh. Oh, here it is. I found it. I'll put it away later. It's a mess over there. It is a messy over there. It's a messy. All right, so I'm going to show you guys some pictures of kind of what Dee's kind of talking about. Obviously, there's a bunch of artists tapping into my energy is Mary Magdalene. That's just one. Here's another. I have a lot of them here, actually. There's one. Kind of just all look the same. They're all kind of on the same path. You see? They all look the same. There was one more, but it's on the meditation. See, and they're just all the same, different artists. They're all tapping into the same energy, which is me when I came here in 2009. Angels and guides. Angels do not communicate guidance. They are there to protect. The small voice in your head that sounds like you is your guides, strictly your guides, not your angels. Okay, I'm going to scroll down because I'm seeing a lot of... Oh, there's nothing behind the curtain. It's just a wall, Tammy. There's a window, but... And again, if you're being guided towards a direction, a state, a city, a continent, a country, it is basically your guide showing you this is in your soul contract, it is doable, but it's up to you if you want to learn from that path. So you're the one going to basically go in that direction and learn from it. All they can do is show you the options that are in your soul contract that you're meant to learn from, but it's ultimately up to you to go in that direction. No, it's not the whole wall. It's just, this is the wall to our office. There's Yvonne's shipping area. And over here's my desk. Does that look like Jesus to me? No. But I don't think that was the point. I think they were tapping into me, because if you see, I have a lot more detail, whereas he's just kind of like plain-ish, I guess, if you want to call it that. He didn't have blue eyes. He had what I would like to call a mixture between water and earth being smushed together, and that would be the color of his eyes. But that is it for me tonight, guys. The Taurus energy, you really want to tap into it for the next month, the end of this month into mid-December. Kind of keep going with that energy, and make sure that you're ridding yourself of old baggage. Let go of things. Don't hold on to things. There's no sense, because the only person in the end you're hurting is you. And tapping into your self-awareness and getting to know your own perception is what's going to kind of save you during this time and moving into the year 2020. And we will be here next month for the next full moon. We'll go over what zodiac sign is playing around with that month and that full moon. But you guys have a great night. It is storming snow here. I freak out over snow. That's my fear that I need to face. So we will be heading home, and I will see you guys later on this week. We will tap in and discuss things. The cauldron for the month of, the cauldron stuff for the Aries. Yes, Bridget, we still have the Aries cauldron. But I hope this live feed helped you. If you guys didn't catch the radio show, go back to my wall and catch the radio show. It was very enlightening. Lots of stuff to learn. And you guys will really, really enjoy it. It's a different form than I normally do. And that's just basically the meditation I've been going through the last 2 days. So, Yvonne, everybody said thank you.
You're welcome.
And we love you guys, and we will see you later this week, and we'll go over some stuff that maybe Jesus wants you guys to know. I don't know. I'll see, because I mean, my week is still going with him. So, but okay, guys. The meditation for Mary Magdalene is on the wall from yesterday, so you guys can go check that out. And I will see you guys, and we're gonna put that up on the website, thedivinemedium.com. The radio show will be up on the website as well as the rest of these videos. So, and the YouTube channel, check it out, The Divine Medium, Christina K, C-A-Y. You guys will be able to find every video you need there. Also, the Thymes article that I did for Therapeutic Thymes magazine is out. If you want to purchase that, that is on the crystalcovespa.com. So you guys can grab that autographed edition for you guys. All right, guys, you guys have a wonderful night. We're going to head home safely because Yvonne has a long drive home. So we love you guys, and meditate on gratefulness. Be grateful and show gratitude towards others. Love you.